To DPM's Media Mornings. Cheers, happy hump day.
Happy hump day.
Yay. Hey, so welcome. We are sipping tea and having a conversation with you guys on Facebook Live. Today we're going to talk about social media platforms. I think we were all discussing last week some of the stuff that went on with like PR nightmares.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. And it keeps continuing on, especially with the Fox, with all the stuff going on. Anyway, so we're going to focus on something super positive, social media. And we started talking about what platforms are more popular than each other and, which one do we use? And we have clients that ask us all the time. So, hey, I'm on Instagram, but I'm also not on Facebook. And we're like, you should be on Facebook, you should be on Instagram.
Snapchat.
So there's so many. So I don't know, which one is more effective than the other?
It's just so interesting because Snapchat was like the end-all be-all and everyone was using it to share their video content. They were doing their workouts and they would just show their personal life. And now that we've expanded into two platforms that are super powerful for getting your message out there, I've learned and I've heard that Snapchat is really for personal use. So if you want to get an insight into Michael Morelli's life, we'll just use him because he's like on top of mind right now. If you want to get an insight into what he's doing with his book and stuff, he might give you like more of a personal touch rather than like making it a structured platform like Instagram. And Instagram has the algorithms to actually get the brands and influencers that are like-minded, like the things that you're working on.
Yeah.
So it'll bring them to your account. So I find that Instagram is really great if you have a brand or a product, and Snapchat you should definitely use for your personal use so people can get a sense of who you are.
I mean, I use Snapchat sometimes. I'm not a loyal Snapchatter. I might log on and be like, oh, so-and-so is doing this, and then I might post something of my dog and me and my dog at the park, but I'm not loyal to Snapchat. I would say I'm probably more loyal to Instagram than I am to Snapchat. What about Facebook Live versus Instagram Live?
Yeah, so Facebook Live first started, and then we brought in Instagram Live, and as we know, Instagram is owned by Facebook. What I see is that Facebook Live, since you have your friends, you can pick the group that you want to target with your Facebook Live. It's a lot easier to spread your message and find a specific group to use it for. While with Instagram, it kind of goes to everyone, and you can't instantly repost it because Instagram has a max of a 1-minute video on their page. For Facebook Live, you can just immediately repost it. It says, for example, Nicole Dunn was live, and then you can see the comments in real time, while Instagram doesn't give you that feature. And Facebook, you can put the whole video up, you can find your exact audience. There's different benefits. I know that some people do have more followers on Instagram than they do have friends on Facebook. So it just depends on what works best for you.
That's true. The video disappears on Instagram. And it's kind of frustrating because when I'm like, oh, so-and-so is live, and then it disappears. And then you don't even catch it. It's like, well, where were they? What were they doing? I want to know.
I feel like it's a video diary. It's like, oh, it's a video diary. And but it is frustrating. I know when we were on the pier that day doing it, it was very...
I feel like Instagram Live is kind of like, I just want to be live right now. And then Facebook Live is like, I have a plan, I want to reach an audience, I want to do this. But if you're just like sitting in the car and want to be live, hey,
go to your Instagram, not Facebook. We have enough videos on Facebook.
So I think because we were talking about YouTube also, and the value of YouTube and having a YouTube channel, and I think it's really important for brands to have a YouTube channel because that's a great way for you to be able to spread your video message and have people coming to your YouTube page. It's also a great place to create a channel for your brand or your expertise or whatever it is you're doing. I mean, we've just barely niched the little, we don't even have any followers, I think, on YouTube yet, but we are building that, and I think that's where all of our videos for, PR and, questions about PR will go. I learned at this conference recently, I was in Arizona, and how important it is to have a YouTube channel. And so I think everyone should play around with it. Especially, like we've talked about this before too. Let's say you go on a TV show and then you have the video. You can use Facebook as a platform to spread the word for, you know, hey, I was on Good Morning America. You can create a little ad for yourself, and then you just put that out to, you know, you can pick specific audiences of where that's going to go.
Wow.
So that's a really cool, we're going to talk about that more as we kind of go along in the next month or so, but I think that is the wave of get some TV coverage, then take that and put that on Facebook. Then you can put that on your YouTube channel. You can certainly, when you're at Good Morning America, you can do your Instagram and be Instagramming yourself for your video diary. And so how would you guys say, like, what about engaging with the audience? Like, how do you keep them engaged?
I think it's very important to be engaged with your audience. I think social media is meant to be social, and I think
that's why it's called social media.
I think, bling, bling, bling. I think that a lot of people use Instagram or Facebook to promote themselves and constantly are pumping out content, and sometimes people ask them questions and they don't answer in the comments, they don't engage, they don't build a community around themselves. And I really think it's important, even if you're, you know, I don't know what restaurant, let's say Olive Garden, I don't know why that came to mind, but like you got a tweet from someone who said, I did not like my experience in North Carolina. I think you should respond to that tweet. I think it's very important as a corporation to listen to the tweets you're getting, to read the comments that you're getting, to see the engagement you're getting on Facebook, because that's going to let you know what your key demographic is looking for. And if you're trying to build your business and scale,
that's a really good tip.
Listen to what they're saying.
Well, that's what Michael Morelli does. I mean, he goes on all of his social channels and he answers every single person that writes something. He answers them and he knows who they all are. I mean, we were I forget where we were together, and someone came up to him and, oh, it's so-and-so. You know, he knew their name and he knew where they were from. I mean, I think that that's incredible, and that really strengthens the brand and your audience and your community. And then people really see that you're authentic about it, that it's
you're a
real
real person.
And not just some bot who's behind. Because I think there's that issue with social media where people think it's inauthentic and there's a machine just pumping out these photos or putting out this article. They want to know that there's a real life human being behind it.
Yeah.
And you want to really make sure that the posts are not about you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're putting content out there, it should be landing for your audience, and the focus really should be them and what they need. Because when it becomes self reasons, it loses authenticity and it loses its value.
Well, what do you think about people, though, that post constantly about, like, their brand or their shake or their thing? I feel like it's over redundant, you know, like it's constant. I'm seeing the same posts, and then to me that's a turn off to me. I mean,
it is. You have to tie it in with a story. Like, the feedback that I've gotten from people who do have an audience like that, they're sharing their story of their transformation and whatever they're going through, and if you read through the comments, they'll say, like, oh, I so needed this today, or thank you for your inspiring words. And like, if you constantly put something out there that has you relate to your audience, then they'll feel like they're really being heard.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I like that.
Yeah.
So I know we're working on our own Instagram, because we had talked about Instagram and our community being in the health and wellness, you know, arena. And I mean, something we've been building up for the last 6 months, and we've really taken seriously. Mm-hmm. I know we have one point person that's sort of been doing the socials. We've been including the community into the posts. We've been including the community's pictures into the posts. And people are starting to say that they really love our Instagram. I know you said it's kind of going through, it's stable right now.
Yeah, we've been going through some changes, like, you know, just growing up, growing pains, growing changes. And I feel like right now we're kind of at a good moment where we're just finding the images that inspire us. And since we are a health and wellness brand as a PR firm, I think it's very important that our Instagram communicates that story. So right now that's what we're doing. We do mix it in. We take images from other inspiring Instagram accounts, other inspiring health and wellness outlets,
but giving them credit,
giving them all the credit. We tag them in the photo, we tag them in the caption, And then also we incorporate our own photos of like our clients when they have a new book. We always do a post for them. If it's an amazing segment, we put it in. We're really big on a beautiful color scheme. I know I am.
Our Instagram looks great right now.
And it took, some grooming and, some time, but right now it's at a great point, and we definitely do want to expand. This isn't where we're not at the top. We definitely want to expand, because I think PR and social media are soon going to be coming hand in hand, and you can't do one without the other. And I really think we're heading into that conversation very soon.
I mean, I think if you're doing traditional PR and you're not incorporating partnerships and the social media part, you're going to be left in the dust.
Unfortunately, I mean, the younger demographic is really plugged into what influencers are doing, and I know we've had an influencer conversation, but to them, they're going to see that, and that's going to be, that's a press hit for us essentially, but that's going to help build someone's brand or credibility.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good takeaways.
Good
So who do we want to highlight of brands that are doing great things on social media?
Besides us.
Yeah.
Besides DPM. I have an amazing brand I would love to speak. I'm in love with this brand. So it's called Everlane. Everlane is clothing. I don't know. I have a couple of their tops. They're amazing, kind of similar to. I don't want to give them a similarity, but they're a great brand. Great brand. They have minimalistic clothing, like really great stuff to wear to work, live your life. And they have this thing. The owner is really big about radical transparency.
Ooh.
So what they do, which is amazing, is they post emails on their social media. They post like, Dear Everlane. There's a hashtag Dear Everlane, and people submit. And one woman straight up said, my shirt, I got a sweater from you guys. My boyfriend got a sweater. And it looked like it was the same exact material, same thing. I'm wondering why his was $60 more. And they're like, they posted it, and they're like, you're completely right. Here's a check for $60.
Whoa.
They're completely radical about, they want to be completely transparent. And one thing that they actually did, they started with Snapchat, and now they've moved on to Instagram stories. And they do this thing called Transparency Tuesdays, where they literally sit with their team. They show you that they're making this stuff. They do factory workshops where you can come and see their factory. And especially with the Transparency Tuesdays, they literally do a Q&A. They're like, all the emails we get, all the questions in the DMs, all the Snapchat videos, you ask us a question, they're like, oh, we loved your shoes that you had for this season. When is it going to come out? And they're like, honestly, we don't know. We're trying to work on it. The sales didn't do so well.
Great philosophy.
And
how do you not know about this? This is amazing.
Well, I know you about it now.
I've been huge
Everlane.
They're amazing. They're amazing.
Shout out to Everlane.
Okay, I love that. I'm going to take some of those pointers and look at some of our social stuff, and also for clients too. I mean, I think it's like getting your brain working to do something different where people are getting involved. I mean, that's one way that's a perfect example and a tip of people writing in, and they post the emails, and I love that. I think that's amazing.
They're great.
They're listening.
I would say mine would be Kayla Itzsteins. She's like a girl crush, and I think the biggest thing about her that I love is that she's real, and she's posting, people that are doing her programs, she's posting pictures of their success stories, and I love that. So she would be my girl. My guy would be, of course, Michael Morelli, because he is so involved with his audience, and he truly cares about every single person that has lost a pound. I mean, no matter what, if you're just making an effort to exercise and you're making an effort to get out there, he is just on it. So congratulations to those two fitness superpowers, because I absolutely adore you both.
Yeah, and moving more into the culinary.
Oh.
Yes, Charles Chen.
Wow, love Charles Chen.
Yes, we do.
I just spoke with him this morning, but Charles Chen, I have known for over a year now, and I've just seen what he's been building, especially in his business, but also how he's so innovative and thinking of like the next thing.
Yeah.
And people are coming to him. He doesn't have to do a lot of like the go-getting and the outreaching, because he's just sourcing all of it. He has his kitchen hustle, and then he has his events that he does with Equinox, and he's always sharing the knowledge of nutrition and wellness. He's not just a culinary chef anymore. He incorporates meditation, he incorporates mindfulness, and he just wants to partner with brands that really are aligned with that message. and he loves working with us.
Yeah.
And he loves our spirulina. He loves
Yes,
our
we
spirulina.
love that.
And he's
Didn't
so
he
great.
have an incredible transformation?
Yeah, he lost 100 pounds, and I know.
So amazing.
He just, like, his before and after photos are really compelling and amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yes, we need a new word. You guys, you didn't give us a new word.
Please.
It is astounding. It is
Oh,
astounding.
yeah, astounding. That's good.
And whatever had him become inspired within himself, he's sharing that story like tirelessly and endlessly. And he's working with high performers. Like, he's had Marie Forleo and Lewis Howes and Gary, I can never say his last name, but just like really
Vanderchuck, right?
Yeah.
Vanderchuck.
just like really making his mark in every single industry. So Charles Chen,
Cheers
shout out
to you. I'd say I want to give a last cheers. We'll do a cheers to Charles at the same time as we do a cheer with our mugs. I want to give a shout out to Laurent. He is amazing. Congratulations for booking Dr. Oz and following our formula. I mean, you took every note, every detail. You did everything that you were supposed to do, follow-ups, calls, and you beat out your competition to get a segment in their show. And congratulations
I'm
to
sorry,
you.
who did Laurent meet?
He met, not only did he meet Dr. Oz, he met Miss Oprah! Woo! Cheers!
Win to that.
Sign up for our newsletter. Happy Hump Day!
Happy Hump Day.